All right, thanks everybody for joining us. I'm Jerry. I'm the editor of Coastin, the arts and entertainment magazine for the Standard Times. And we're joined by Yaniv, the music director for the New Bedford Symphony Orchestra. Thanks for coming back with us.
Always a pleasure.
I know we talked before your season opener here in the space of the piano.
Yeah.
And since then, you all had the Holiday Pops concert. I've heard nothing but raves about your entertaining performance.
It was a lot of fun.
You were a walrus.
It was a walrus. Long story.
But yeah, I've heard nothing but great things from the community, so they really enjoyed it. So, but now we have another concert coming up. We have some Beethoven. Talk about what's coming up.
So we have Beethoven's second piano concerto, which is actually the first concerto that Beethoven wrote, but he published it second. That's why the confusion in the numbers. And we have an amazing soloist coming to play with us, Yefim Bronfman, who is one of the best pianists in the world today. He just a week after he's playing with us, he's going to play the same piece with the New York Phil. He's going to play it again later in the season with the Berlin Philharmonic, so he performs with the best orchestras in the world, and I think that the fact that he's coming to perform with us here in New Bedford says something about the quality of this orchestra. So we're very excited about this week. It's awesome.
It's exceptionally exciting.
Yeah.
What was your familiarity with him? What made you want to bring him in to be a part of this?
Well, I remember hearing him as a kid in Jerusalem with the Jerusalem Symphony. He was playing both piano concertos of Brahms on the same concert, which is a mammoth project. And I know of him. I've been listening to him since I can remember. So to be able to perform with him is really, I have to pinch myself. Yeah.
Now, do you get nerves when it's somebody that you've seen as a kid and now you're going to be conducting him?
Yes, I do. It's really, it's really exciting, and I'm a little bit nervous, but I'm confident. I have confidence in the orchestra, and I'm sure we're going to have a great time.
And I know last time we were here, we talked about Mahler and kind of your love of him, and I guess talk a little bit about Beethoven this time. Why you chose the second? What made you want to do this?
Well, Bronfman chose the concerto.
Okay.
Yes. But Beethoven is certainly an idol, both as a musician, of course, but also as a thinker and as a human being, and his whole thinking about brotherhood and humanity that, of course, comes in the Ninth Symphony. That's the whole theme of the Ninth Symphony. So next year is a big Beethoven year. It's the 250th anniversary to his birth. So we're already planning that, and what we're going to do. We're going to do something special. But I guess we're already starting now.
Yeah, it's a little tease.
Yeah.
And the second, you said Bronfman chose it. What's his nickname?
Fima.
Fima. It's great. Fima chose this. I guess kind of what are your thoughts on the second as when it comes to kind of Beethoven's?
The second, Beethoven wrote 5 piano concertos. The second is the one that is least performed out of the 5. It's the first one actually that he wrote that is very much influenced still by Mozart. It doesn't have. It's the only one out of the 5 that doesn't have timpani or trumpets. Doesn't have clarinets either, and so it's very gentle. It's very delicate. It starts in a kind of a bold statement, and then And everything is based on this theme. All the time. But then this is the overture, the introduction of the orchestra. But then the soloist comes in with something totally different. Has nothing to do with what was before, as if he's saying, "Oh, sorry, I'm late, but I'm here now. We can start." So it's a really charming concerto, and I can't wait for Bronfman to play this.
It's a nice, like, you know, it's winter, it's dark outside, you expect to hear boom, boom, boom. So
yeah.
I think it's nice to kind of hear a light, kind of that.
You will hear some pam, pam, pam on the second half of the concert. Yeah.
So what do you have planned after the Beethoven?
Yeah. So on the second half of the concert, I chose two composers that lived more or less in the same time. Actually, the pieces of these composers were written in the same year, 1918, but they're the complete opposite of each other. We're playing two pieces by French composer Lily Boulanger, who had a very famous sister, Nadia Boulanger. She was a great teacher in Paris at the time. And all the great composers went to Paris to study with her. American composers also, like Aaron Copland went there. Astor Piazzolla went there. Latin American, of course. And Leonard Bernstein. So, but that's Nadia. Her sister, Lily, whose pieces we're playing, died in a very young age. She was only 24 years old, but she wrote this amazing music, also very gentle and delicate and brilliant. So we're going to play two pieces, actually the last two pieces that she wrote in her life in 1918. Now at the same time, Bartók wrote a piece that we're going to play, The Miraculous Mandarin, and that's a ballet that he wrote. And this is maybe the complete opposite of Boulanger's music. It's rough, it's violent, it's in your face, you know, so I thought it would be a lot of fun to put them together.
I think we've talked about it before. You enjoy that kind of juxtaposition of the sweet and the salty, or the light and the harder side.
Definitely. And I think it's interesting to also hear completely opposite, different types of music that were written at the same time. Yeah.
And then we talked when you came up for the podcast about kind of focusing on women composers this year.
Right.
And so this is kind of a continuation of your commitment to having music created by women, and what is maybe too often ignored by the kind of music world.
That's right. We are playing pieces by women composers on every concert in our season. Boulanger's music was kind of forgotten for a while. Lately, in recent years, it's beginning to come back, and people play it more and more, and we're happy to play it too.
Excellent. And so that's going to be kind of the second half, is those two kind of contrasting pieces. So do you end on the firm note, on the hammer?
Yes, definitely. That's the way to end. Yeah.
That's excellent.
Yeah.
And then kind of the nuts and bolts, the concert is Friday, or is it Saturday this time around?
Friday night.
Friday night, that's what I thought. Friday night here at the Zaterian, tickets available at the box office.
Yeah.
Do you want to play us out? Give us a little taste of something as we finish up. I always do this. I always put the pressure on you. And,
yeah, put me on the spot.
We've done this twice now, and both times you're like, "Why you didn't tell me?"
I should have known.
This? Yeah, exactly.
Well, I have the Miraculous Mandarin here. It's kind of hard to play, you know, everything that is going on. But I'll give you a taste of the special world sound world of Bartók. So the first time, toward the end of the piece, or the middle of the piece, the first time that we hear the actual Mandarin was, of of course, the rich guy in the story, Chinese Mandarin. What a better way to describe him with the pentatonic scale. Pentatonic scale comes from the word penta, which means 5. It's called like that because it has only 5 notes in the scale. Sounds Chinese, right? Asian. I can also transpose it to different places in the keys. So the first time we see the Mandarin, we hear this music. And so on. But Bartók, being a composer in the 20th century, after the First World War, he has to add something like this, you know? So he harmonizes it with 2 tritones. The tritone used to be an interval that was forbidden to be used in ancient times. So this is the tritone. Sounds kind of harsh, right? Now another tritone puts them together, right?
Yeah.
So we had this melody. Now with the tritones, it sounds like this. Isn't it cool?
That's very cool.
Yeah.
Thank you so much again, and we look forward to Friday night. We can't wait to hear the symphony in action. It's
Me
very
too.
exciting.
Thank you.
Thank you.